Okay, so let me cast over here. Okay, can you turn the light off over there? Quiet down. Put up the phone. Let's get going. Let's get this over with. Okay, I'm going to do the dodecahedron. Now, for some reason or another, it uses this golden ratio, and I'll show you now. I'm going to look down the z-axis, and I'm going to do a square, all right? Just a square, then I'm going to keep it. You see down here on the left hand is millimeters? On the left-hand corner in a little window. You see that? I'm going to make it 1,000, okay, comma, and 1,000, right? And there's my square, okay? Now, in order to use the golden ratio, you have to do this. I know you go halfway point, right? And then you do a main diagonal, okay? And then at that point, you go from here. I know you know already how to do it, but people wanted to see it. And then I go like this, make a click and make a copy. Okay, now, quiet. Shh. Okay, so if I can go like this, right, and then go right up till it locks. All right, quiet. Okay, I want you to take a look at this measurement here. Okay, I'm going to measure this for you. All right, I'm going to go here. We know I made a square, right? So if you look at down, that's 1,000 millimeters. Okay, 1,000 millimeters make a meter. Okay, now let's take a look what this other side measures. Remember, it's going to be the golden ratio. So I'm going to go from here to here. Do you see the number? It's 100. See the 1618 down here in the lower left corner? That's the golden ratio. And every time you do what I did, it'll make the width and the length in form of the golden ratio. And we don't know why, but this golden ratio pops up in nature all the time. It's the snail, the nautilus shell, the snail shell, and it's the spiral of the universe. Not the universe, but the solar galaxy. We don't know why it's following this 1 point. See, from here to here, 1.618. You see it on the lower left. How did I do it? I just got a square and I dropped the main diagonal, and that's it. Okay, so let's use that. This is for the 20-sided one. You would think it'd be harder, but actually the dodecahedron is harder. You can build it by hand. You don't have to do it on SketchUp. You can build it with whatever materials. Now, what I'm going to do is just so that I know where the center point is, I'm going to mark it out. Luckily, this SketchUp tells you where the midpoint is, and now what I'm going to do is make a group out of it. Okay? Quiet. So I made a group, okay? Now I'm going to take the intersection and I move it to here. Okay? And now it's a matter of, I'm going to end up with 3 planes. That's all I need. 3 planes in different directions. So I use my rotation key right here. Go to here, and I'll make a copy. Okay, and now I'm going to look from the top from over here and turn it again, yet again. You see, something like down the green axis. So roughly around here. Let's see, try that. So when I get my rotations, make sure it's green too. Get it on an angle and just bring it around 90 degrees. Okay, let's take a look. So we don't need this plane any longer because we just turned it around. We don't need that one. Okay, one more plane and I'm almost done. So that's a 20. I'll do the 12 next because it's a little more involved. Okay, there you have it. And now I'm gonna scroll like this. Well, what I need to do is take this guy up. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'll go like this. Hit what I consider to be the middle. Okay, and then I'll make a copy and bring it up. Then I'll look from, Yeah. Then I'll look from the straight up and down, down like this. And then I'm going to turn this like this. All right, now let's see what we have. With this, you should be able to, okay, that's fine, but I don't need this plane any longer. I want you to take a look at this, and those are the 3 planes that I want. And their proportion are that of the golden ratio, and that's it. After there, you can finish the icosahedron. It's tedious now, but all I'm going to do is connect the corners. If you'll take a look, I'll go from here to here. From here, you see the triangle? I'll go from here, I'll go to here, I'll go to here. Yeah, and then let me twirl it a little bit. See, this is just tedious now. So I'm going to go like this. I want you to see the triangles that I'm using because there are going to be 10 of them going around the middle. And then the top and bottom have 5. Okay, and then I'm going to go from here to here. Okay, and I'm about ready to finish the 10. So I'm going to tornado around. And you can see that there's a lot of, you can see I'm going from corner to corner, right? But in a way to make equilateral triangles. Why does this work? I don't know. Something to do with the golden ratio. So let's spin it a little bit more, and you'll see that you can see why does these 3 planes that are the golden ratio make this? I can't really have an answer for it. Okay. All right. So you can see that it's actually meant a pentagon up front. So I'll just take this like this. Let's see. Okay. And then I'll connect it from here to here. Okay. And I can connect it from here to here. All right. And I can connect it from here to here. Okay. And then I can connect it from here to here. There's another triangle here if you can see it. See, it's a pentagon, meaning 5 sides. But it's kind of like elevated in the center. And now I'll go like this. All right, so then I'm just going to finish it off. It's a little tedious because it takes 20 of these. Okay, and let me twirl it around. We're getting close. All right, so it filled in right here. I don't really need this fill in, but okay, let me twirl it around. Okay, so let's just finish off the icosahedron. Why should many viruses use this shape? I don't know either. Why should it correspond to this golden ratio? Okay, and you can see if I close this one here, I think I'm done. All right, let's check it out. There it is. Okay, the blue is the z-axis, so it's going straight up. Now it's up to you if you'd like to, put a design to it. I kind of like. Let me go like this. Okay, and then you can pick any kind of design you want. I don't know. Let's try something like this. Okay, that looks pretty small. But watch how I can adjust I can adjust this by going to edit. And let me make that a 40 and see what it does. Okay, let's make it 100. Okay. I don't know, that looks not too bad, does it? And now I can go like this, see? And now you can twirl it around any way you want. If you want to count them right around the center, there's 10 of them right here. You keep going around. Okay, and then let's just take care of that. And further, if you'd like to make it more transparent, just go to here, right? Go to edit where I'm at, and now you can lighten it or darken it. See, this is opacity. Opacity is the transparency. I don't know if you can see, but now it should be practically transparent. Okay, and that's your icosahedron. I can make it a little lighter or darker. Yeah, and I may make it not so transparent. That's called opacity. Any questions? That is the icosahedron. You have some dice that have it. So now let me make the hardest one that I think is the hardest. It's the dodecahedron. It might be a lot more easy, I think, than on hand. Okay, so let's do the last one. I think I did the tetrahedron and the octagon and the cube before. So let's try this. Let's take this guy and make a group out of it. And let me just take it out of the way somewhere, way far away. Interesting what far away means. I have no idea if that's what is far away in the scale. All right. So now let's try it again, but now I'm going to go there. And guess what? We're going to use the golden ratio again. Why? I have no idea. That's the mystery, really. So I'm going to look straight down again. You see the blue axis? That's the z-axis going up. Okay, so let's try it. So again, I'm going to do a square like I did before. And I'm going to do it by 1,000 millimeters by 1,000 millimeters. Oops, got this other one. Okay, so let's do the square. Okay, now you see when that little diagonal line there, that means there's a square. But I don't want 5,000. I'm going to have it 1,000. So down below on the left-hand corner, yours is on the right, I think. I'm going to put 1,000, comma 1,000. That will make me a square of 1,000 millimeters. Okay. So now I'm going to scroll in. Let's make a golden ratio. I don't care the size. You can make anything a golden ratio by simply taking the midpoints like this and then putting a main diagonal. And then rotate that main diagonal. Now, before I start, I got to make a copy of the square. I'll show you why in a second. I know that that's. So I'm just going to make a copy of that and put it way out here too. Okay, and let me go back down here. All you have to do is scroll down. Rotate it. Rotate this. Okay, now here's going to be the difference between the icosahedron and the dodecahedron. And I take this, if you recall, I'll make a copy, I'll go to here. If you remember, I went all the way up here and made a complete rectangle. Do you remember that? I went from here, actually what I did was, I went from here, right, and I went to here, and then I went back until it, something like that, and I went from here to here. That's what I did to make the icosahedron. That's not what I want to do. What I want to do is instead, remember the measurement? Let's take a quick reading of the measurement. This is a square of 1,000 millimeters, right? And look what it is when I go all the way over. There it is again, 1.618. It just always works. But this time, instead of rotating up to the top, instead of going to the top, I'm just going to rotate the width of one of these. So I'm going to take this guy and rotate it like this. Okay, make a copy and rotate it like that. Now that's going to be a lot more narrow than the other one, right? So I go from here to here like this. Are we okay with that? If I'm going too quickly, let me know. I don't need this any longer. And I don't need this any longer. That is also a golden ratio. It just, all right. So what I'm going to do is find the midpoints like I did the other one. Go from here to here, okay? Then I'm going to go from here to here. Got it? And now I will make a group. So once it's a plane, I don't want it to stick to the other plane. So I make a group by right-clicking and hitting group, all right? So now I take it and I put it at the origin. I think you can see it's pretty much like I was doing before. Okay, now I'm going to spin this guy so I can start developing the three planes. I'm going to spin this guy like this. Okay, and then I'm going to put it sideways so I can spin him like this. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and spin it like this. This is from the one side. Okay, I go like that. That's 90 degrees, right? Let's see what we have. Okay, this plane I no longer need. That's the one I just supposed to turn. I don't know why it's making a copy of it. This one right here. I don't need that anymore. Okay, I need now my third plane, and we'll be on our way to finishing the dodecahedron. Okay, now here's the, so now what I'm going to do is take this guy, all right, and I'll twirl it up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this guy and make a copy and twirl it up. Okay, now let's take a look. Okay, all I have to do is turn this sideways and we're done. So all I have to do is look straight down and then take this guy and rotate it. Hit 92, see? Like that. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, as a result of this, I don't know why, but we don't need this plane any longer. All right, those are the three planes that I want you to see if you can make. You see? They all meet at one place. It would be a solution for three systems and three variables and two variables. They all meet right there. That would be the solution to all three planes. Okay, now the reason I had to save this square, okay, let me show you why. This is in order to make this now a dodecahedron. I'm going to take this guy here and I'm going to move it over here, closer. Okay, let's move it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to zoom in. Okay, you know that's 1,000 millimeters by 1,000 millimeters. So what I'm going to do is, well, first I don't need these lines anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to go like this because I want to make a cube, which is what you have, right? One of the platonic solids is a cube. So I take it like this, and I'm going to go up. Remember, I have to go to 1,000 millimeters. If you look on the left, I'm like a 955. But to be sure, I'll just enter 1,000 and hit enter. Right? Now, I'll show you why I need this. This is kind of odd, but I'm gonna make this sort of, I'm gonna get rid of one side. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the midpoint of this guy, right, and come to here. Oh, there we go. And then I'm gonna take the midpoint of this guy and go over here. Yeah. Then I'm gonna take right in the center, smack in the center, and I'm gonna go down. Do you see that? Do you see where it went? Look, I just went right down from the center. Do you see it? Somebody say they see that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the midpoint of this guy. Oops. Okay, so the midpoint, and I'm going to come over on the red axis. Okay, now I'll show you why. I'm going to make a group out of this. Okay, so let's make a group. And now here's the hard part. I mean, kind of hard part. I'm going to grab it from this point right here, right there at the intersection, and I'm going to put it over to here. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I'm right here. You see it? No, I got to select the cube. Right here, I got to select it. And then what I want is that center point of the inside of the cube to be right at the, where is it? No. Okay, I think it's like here. All right, did you see that where it hit? Let me give you a tour of that. Did you see it? I put a cube centered right where all the three planes center. And now I can start to do my dodecahedron. So let's start the dodecahedron, and what I'm going to do is kind of connect the corners again. But this is the importance of this cube, because I'm using the cube as a corner. I don't know, you begin to see that I'm forming a pentagon. You see that? I don't know if you can see it, but I might have to make it like this so you can get a better idea. See, it's kind of like a pentagon. And that's one face of a pentagon. And now I'm ready for the second face. Okay, and that's the second. Oh, why didn't that work? I must be missing something. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to twirl it. And this one will be faster because I have only 12 sides. It's a dodecahedron. So now I'm going to go like this. You see how I'm using the cube corners? There we go. And then I'm going to go like this. I don't know if you start to see where it goes, but it's going to go like this. See, from this corner to here, to here, to here. All right, so, okay, and then I'm going to go like this. You can see, I guess you can start to see how the pentagon's being, it starts, I'm starting from the corner of the cube. Oops. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to start, oops. Didn't want to do that. Okay, let me get over here. Okay, let me move this over a little bit. Okay, now let me twist this so I can get a perspective. There. Look at this. I'm starting from, here's like the cube, right? To the plane. The plane to the plane, the plane to the cube. And there you have it. That is a pentagon, a five-sided polygon. Okay? And I think I'm getting pretty close to finishing. I can see another one right here. It goes from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and back up to here. Doesn't seem like that. Okay? And then I can get rid of those lines later. So let's go right here. I can see one right there. Do you see it? I can just get it from this corner to the cube, to back up to the cube, and then back to one of the planes. It does. Sometimes it colors in, and sometimes I have to put this line. Okay. So let's see. 12 sides. Well, here's one right here. I can see a pentagon right here. From here to here. From here to here. From here to here. Okay. And there's one right here. See it? There it is. And now there's one over here. I can see it right there. I don't think I need this, do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. So now I'm going to connect this guy. Oh, it's already there. I just have to connect from here to here, don't I? From here to here. Huh. Oh, I did something wrong. Did you see where I put the... Do you see where I misplaced that one look? Actually, it looks okay, right? So all I have to do is probably put this one across just to make it there. Wait, something's... yeah, that's right. Okay. Am I done? Let's see. No. Okay, so then I'm going to have... Do you see the pentagon here? I just have to close this one to this one. Right here. Okay, and close this one to this one. Oh, that's got it right here. Those are the 5 vertices. Huh. Okay, I think I got it done. Yeah, they're all pentagons. Now to make it a little bit nicer, let's see if I move it out a little bit so I can take the planes out. I'll show you. See if I can move it out. Yeah, you see where I had the cube left and the 3 planes? So what you can do at this point, if you want to make it kind of look nicer, you can click this line right here, right click, and it says hide. You see that? Right click and hide. Quiet. What's going on? Okay, are you watching? So what I can do is, if you want, you can select more. All of these, quiet. All of these are this. Okay, and then I just right click and say hide. Okay, let's see how that looks. Do I have any more to hide? Yes, I do, right there. And I'll be done with the dodecahedron. Any questions on that? No, let's hide that. Okay, I can get rid of this if I want. All right, I can go back now, grab this guy, bring him back up over here. I don't know if that's It's not going down. It looks like I can't get it to go down. I'm gonna have to change my angle. Oops, see how high it is? It's still way high. So let's see if I can get it down. I'm trying to get it connected down there. Now when it does that, I know it's touching. So now I just straighten it out like this. Now, believe it or not, you can come up with another really pretty one by combining these two shapes. Anyhow, let me just move it up a little bit further, like this. And now what I'll do is this guy. Okay, and then I should have it already in my paint. And there you have it. I can, if I want, change any shade that I want. Right? Maybe you want it more like red. And then you can make it more light. And I don't know, let's try this a little bit bigger at 150 millimeters. Okay, and there you have it. Okay, I could easily do the other ones if you want right now. So these are the two hardest. I don't think they're, once you know how, it's like anything. Once you know how, it's just, anyway. And you can change the opacity if you want. You just go to here to that same pattern and you go to the edit. Actually, I'm in edit. And then here's the opacity, right? Watch it become more transparent. All right, any questions there? Does anybody want to see the tetrahedron and the cube and the octagon? You got it? Nobody wants to see it? Okay. You're certainly welcome not to use it. Not use SketchUp and use Build It. All right. You can actually put any print you want on there. You can download a picture and then have it go in as a pattern. Okay, so that's that. Any questions?